perfect partners don't exist, not under this surface of the earth. You see, the illusion of having a perfect partner is a dream that most people don't realize. In fact, this world is made of imperfect people that decide to perfect their ways of life. Otherwise, you will never find a perfect partner. I'm speaking this in regards to a number of people who have decided that they will never get matched, they will never get married, they will never engage men, they will never engage women until those women are perfect. That is an illusion. Take it to the bank. You can cash it anytime you want, but it's an illusion. Why am I saying this? You realize that you put people on a scale, you put the likes and the dislikes, then you start weighing what exceeds what is stronger than the other. And in the process, you are able to develop some liking for somebody, depending on how they are, depending on how they look, depending on how they reason. And I believe there are negotiable tactics, there are non-negotiable tactics. For instance, there is a tactic you cannot apply when you want to get a match. You cannot test people on truth. You cannot test people on finances. You cannot test people on children. Let me explain. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Jenga Njeru Show. We are running a podcast alongside the Matchmaker Show where we match men and women for the sake of marriage. So if you're new here, like the button here, subscribe, enable the notifications bell. Any other time we release a new video, YouTube automatically notifies you. Now, I was saying, you cannot test people on things like children. You cannot lie that you have 2 children and you have 4. If you have 4 and it is realized that it was a lie, you cannot tell the other person, I was just testing to see whether you will get angry. No. Number 2, you cannot behave like a very poor man and you have some resources. Even before you go on a date, you start asking the lady, sasa tutakunywa nini, si tukutane tu mahali hakutakuwa na chai kwa sababu I am this and that, I don't have money. It might be a strategy according to you, but that tactic is dead on arrival because nobody wants problems, nobody wants poverty. If you cannot afford a cup of tea as a man, why should you be dating? Let us be honest with ourselves. Again, there are truths that you cannot gamble. Are we together? However, when you put that partner on a scale and you look at the sides that exceed, you look at maybe this person is good in this area, he might not be very good in this area. You do what we call a SWOT analysis. Okay? You look at the analysis, the strengths, the weaknesses, the threats, you see, and the opportunities. Okay? And then you ask yourself, is this person worth dating? Because at the end of the day, this person is yours. And one of the reasons why I strongly maintain that men and women should strike a balance between what is perfect and what is good enough is the very reason why most of them are single. Because somebody was looking for a perfect match. The reason why this show is not called Perfect Match is because perfect match is an illusion. This is the Matchmaker Show. We match men and women for the sake of marriage. And nobody comes ready for marriage. Most people are ready. Sorry, nobody comes like 100% ready or prepared. People come, they are 2 imperfect people that decide to overlook the weaknesses of each other. And at the end of the day, they make them strengths. And when they become strength, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. So the illusion that you can find a perfect match is something very far-fetched. And when I am looking at the comments, when I'm looking at the messages that people send to us, I ask myself this one question. Does that person know they will also be put on a scale? If they were to be judged on the same scale, are they going to be perfect? Are they going to be perfect? That is why you can overlook certain things. And I encourage you to overlook some of these things because you will never find a perfect match. Let me give you a classic example. Here is a man. I have this man, and I think I will bring him on the show. He has been disappointed by 3 women. Reason being, number 1, his name is Jackson. One of the reasons why he was disappointed is because he had built a home but does not have money. So how does he earn a living? At the age of 53, yeye ni wale wase, unaona hizi mbao za kujenga. I don't know whether you know this building. People who have done construction in their homes, mtu mwenye maybe amesimamia mjengo ama mtu mwenye moi jenga anaelewa nasema nini. Maybe you want to build and you have to rent the timber, hizo mbao, kwa sababu kununua ni very expensive. Maybe you want to put up a slab, a roof or a ground slab, and so you will be asking for those timber at maybe a fee, maybe 15 shillings or 14 shillings per feet. Alafu ile siku utamaliza nazo unamrudishia, anakupea like 21 days depending on the construction. Kama ni slab hiyo ya nini, kama ni hiyo slab ya shutter ama hiyo yenye tunaitanga roof slab, hiyo ya kukoroga ya juu, concrete slab, inachukua 21 days, alafu unaitishwa kama 15 bob per feet. Lakini kama ni hii ya ground sides peke yake za kushikilia hiyo koroga ya floor ni 7 bob, lakini nazo zinaenda 3 days. Unaona? So msee anaweza kaa like per month hakosangi ka kitu kama 30 ka 40, but he has a nice home and everything. But the kind of people who come to him want a lot of money. They want akitisha hii ikuwe afforded, and the man is budgeting himself. Anasema hizi mbao kuna zenye zinakwanga na wear and tear, so after every month kuna zenye utaongeza hata kama ni za 3000 4000, juu mkitoa mbao mking'oa lazima kuna zenye zitavunjika. You getting the point? So you find 3 women are coming to him, anamtest, anaona hiyo date huyu hawezi afford samaki every day, and sio mtu wako salaried, so anajiuliza what was he doing with his life. When you look at that person, maybe they are just at the same level with that guy, or slightly above or slightly lower that man, and the person has already made up their mind, I want to be married by an extremely wealthy man. If that man tells you he has a vision, I have a way we can increase this, he has a home, you can remember what I said in the previous video. All you need is a good home, peaceful, a person who loves you from the heart. Because if you find a person who does not love you and does not feel the same towards you, my brother, my sister, you are in trouble. Okay? So let us look for matches who feel the same way we feel about them. If you love them, they will reciprocate. They will be loving you back. And at the end of the day, you'll be feeling like heaven has come on earth, even before rapture. Because at the end of the day, we are all looking for happiness, joy, fulfillment, a complete life. So imperfect people, much, they try to make a perfect world. They might not be able to achieve it, but at least they are happy. What do you say? Overlook some of these things. I also have this guy who is, I think, 4'5". He's 4'5" feet, not very tall. But the ladies are like, Karukume, no. Karukume is somebody who is short. Maybe that word is used to demean the stature of the guy. And the guy is like, I am a good man. I am employed. I have a job. Nini. I can raise a family. He doesn't have a problem with children. But the women are like, why? Ebu and the next. Ebu and the next. And the next. So, imperfect. You're also imperfect. That is the hard truth. You're also imperfect. The person is imperfect. And therefore, we look at these things, we overlook some of these things, and you get a match. Then you're not marrying for other people. Hata huyo mfupi kuna wakati mtakuwa mkitoshana. You know what I mean? So, let us be serious so that at the end of the day, you will not lose a lot of opportunities. For example, right now, we are on a December marathon. We want to match 500 people. And people have started giving us testimony for December alone. Watu mia ngapi? Angoa. Matano. And you find you'll never find somebody who is perfect 100%. No, they don't exist. And hao wenye ujifanya wako perfect, unaendaga unakuta kasoro yenye yako nayo, hata utaki kutangaza. But do you say? Until then, this is Jenga Njeru. Check whether you are watching without liking. Check whether you are watching without subscribing. This podcast is gonna be fire. Sema fire.